Thanks for joining the show.
Test 1, 2.
Test. Testies. Joining the show.
Test 1, 2.
Testicles. Anyway.
Test.
We have audio.
Testies. Joining the show.
Yay! Testicles. Anyway.
Test. I just saw that, Chris.
Yay!
Whatever you do, don't reboot your PC. We saw that, Chris. It's true. Whatever you do, don't reboot.
Alright, are my sound effects delayed or not?
This is boring.
Nope,
I'm bored now.
Not delayed. And you can still hear me? Good. Right.
I can still hear you.
I still hear you.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Then I stopped hearing everybody else.
I need a moose for my camera. There.
There you go. I'll just get one of the cats and hold it up there. It'll be fine.
The cats will probably love that.
Oh, I'm sure. Wouldn't scratch the shit out of me or nothing, you know.
Right. We're ready to go?
Let's do it. Right on time.
Do it to it. Scary thought.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Overseas Connection, episode number 833. Who's in charge anyway? I am not your usual host, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law. I am, in fact, your once and future co-host, Chris Matthew, gamertag OC_CP Matthew. Joining us is the usual cast of miscreants and ne'er-do-wells, starting with the man behind the curtain himself, Mr. Mark Wright.
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Mark Kennick's on all the gaming platforms. I'm spinning the decks again. Wiki wow. Yeah, look, spinning, look. Picture on the screen.
Wiki Wawa, DJ Jazzy Mark himself. All right. And joining us from the middle of somewhere with quite the menagerie of animals, as usual, is Miss Kim Woods.
Howdy. Yeah, that's. Hey, I've had a question though. Am I a miscreant or a ne'er-do-well?
Both. I mean, both is good.
Okay. I'll take that. You know.
That was a weird pause there. Like I was really nervous. I was like, Kim, and count to 10. Oh crap! Did she hear us? Thankfully, she could hear us.
Yeah, it worked, so we're fine.
Kim and Mark and I get along very well with Discord. Feuding constantly with the future is the reliable old man himself, back from wheeling and dealing in the real estate trade, all the way from the West Coast, Mr. Greg DeLacy.
I hate Discord. How you doing? So I'm not man of the show. I had that funny pause moment of like right before the show started because I was like, I know we talked about this, but I don't think we ever got a definitive who was going to be hosting the show. Hence why I just threw it in the chat of the actual show. I'm just hanging out today. I've got an early departure potentially, depending on how fast we get through the show. So I didn't want to take any chances, and thus I passed the baton, which I love. I love that I can pass the baton now.
And I took
it's not being dropped.
And I won't say I'm running with the baton, perhaps sauntering, moseying
Limping?
even. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Sashaying even if we feel
Hey,
like
there you go. That's a good one. I like that one even better.
Yes. So moving right along, we are to everyone's favorite time of the show where we tell you what's been going on in our lives over the last 7 days.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
Are you skipping birthdays this week then, Chris?
It's just streamlining the shit out of everything.
Right?
Oh, we'll come back to that. We're doing things out of order today. It's our show. We can do what we want. Don't let me forget to come back.
News
to
will
that.
be next.
I support
News.
this.
And here is the news. Since we're in a hurry today, why don't we hear from Mr. DeLacy?
Mercy, Terminalist, Dark Wolf, Prom. Done. No. Kidding. Just
Amazing.
kidding.
Is Mercy
I
good?
don't know what any of that means, but
Mercy.
you know.
Is Mercy good?
Like, are we on the hospital
Yeah,
ship?
so
Mercy?
I fired up
That's
the
Chris
the
Pratt
movie.
one.
Mercy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody just talk all at once. Yes, I fired up Mercy, and it was not great.
What?
Ooh.
Don't blame me. Blame the directors, and it's an interesting concept. Spoiler: Chris Pratt is at the mercy of a AI-led judge court of the
Is it a
future.
bit like Minority Report?
Well, that was my hope.
Yeah.
But it's not. So
Oh.
it's basically Chris Pratt sitting in a chair looking at video screens of this supposed crime he committed and how he is trying to deduce who actually committed the crime to save his life. Because in the future, we prosecute criminals in an hour and a half and basically give them an hour and a half to state their defense or be found guilty and executed on the spot.
Sounds like Keir
So-
Starmer if you post something on Facebook.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is vaguely familiar to the UK, but for most of the rest of the world, it is a foreign concept. So it doesn't come across terribly well. I was disappointed because, well, watch at your own peril. It's not like it's a horrible, horrible movie, but coming into it thinking it was going to be Minority Report, Chris Pratt, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I have been watching The Terminalist Dark Wolf, which is a prequel to the Terminalist series on Amazon.
I like Terminalist.
Yeah, and I very much like it. I like this as well. This has been very good. This is, I forgot the character's name, but Chris Pratt's brother, so to speak, in quotes, that he engages with in the show The Terminalist. This is kind of his origin story of how he got into special ops and kind of black ops, if you will. So it's been good. I'm I think 4 episodes through now. Very much enjoying it. And then my son, 17 years old, as of April 7th, of course, this year, he just went to his junior prom. And so it was kind of one of those moments where you feel old when you see your little child going to a prom. And so I know, obviously, most of us can relate to this. Kim, this would be like your cats graduating and moving out of the hotel for cats and surviving. That's
Yeah,
the
right.
equivalent, I think. Yeah.
Total. Yeah.
But no, it was great. And his school is so awesome. So they assign one of the paraeducators, which is they kind of work like assistant teachers, if you will, to the main teachers for the special eds unit. These paras, they typically are younger girls. So he had a little hottie and a nice, prom dress with him. And they went into the prom. We dropped him off. He was on his own for 3 hours, just hanging out with kids, dancing. They had a casino night, so we got some great pictures of him at a blackjack table, which thankfully they did keep him actually back from the blackjack table because Colin, his thing is if he sees something he thinks he can crumple, like playing cards, he will just grab them and crunch. So he would be marking the cards effectively. But no, he had a blast.
That way.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
If you crumple them, they're easier to count.
Easier to count. They do call that also marking the cards. That's kind of frowned upon, but in a high school prom setting, probably okay.
Probably fine. Yeah.
But yeah, that was really it in a nutshell. Outside of that, today I am actually doing some work on the real estate side, so that's hence me needing to bow out quickly. But I did want to come in and talk. I do love my time with you guys, so I'm trying to just walk this fine line.
Walking it like
Also,
a champ.
No tank top. Just saying.
I did notice you have a collar on today, like really
I do.
churching it up over there. Yeah.
Collar. Make him sound like a priest.
I'm
They even have
impressed.
sleeves. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Fancy sleeves that are a different color on the inside. That's
Yeah.
That's highfalutin. All
Highfalutin.
right. Anything else happening in the world of Greg?
Plenty, but nothing worth going into.
All right, fair enough.
Ah.
What everybody really wants to hear about, however, are cat feeders. So, Kim,
It's true.
tell us what's happening in the world of automatic cat feeders.
Yeah, will do. As I told you last week, my cats were scared of the cat feeders, so I ended up taking the metal bowls out because whenever the feed hit the metal bowls, it sounded like BBs going off, and of course they would all run screaming for the hills. So I took those out because there's an actual like plastic thing that the bowls sit in. So basically, it's like a bowl inside of another bowl. So I've just been using those all week, and surprisingly, other than about 3 of them, they're actually getting used to them now. So it's been going well.
When you
I
said
did
that,
get some.
I was picturing the cat feeder just dropping all the food on the floor. It just goes,
Right.
since you have wood floors, the food just runs everywhere, and then the cats have fun,
Right,
go
right.
find it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All right.
right. It's like those treat bowls. You put the treats in, the bowl rolls along the floor, and it ejects the treat out on the floor, kind of like that. But I did buy some silicone like mat material that I'm gonna cut into little squares and put like inside the metal bowls, so that eventually when I put them back in there, that the feed will hit that and not make as much noise. So yeah, it's like I said, it's going well. Like I said, I still have like 3 that are a little leery of them, so I actually have to go into the pantry where I feed them and call for them to come in there and eat. But once they figure out that, hey, it's feeding time and this is what's happening, they're fine. So
Now, I have to
hopefully
ask a question, Kim.
Okay.
Could you not just buy like a silicone bowl instead of going?
I thought about that, but I couldn't. They've got to be the right size so they'll fit down into the little plastic part. And
Okay.
I had a hell of a time trying to find like one that would fit. So I could buy like 3 silicone mats, like big ones, for like $8. So I figured I could take the bowl and then draw around it, cut the shape out, and put it in the bowl, and that'll work. So seemed like a cheap
So the
solution.
silicone stuff is. Are you doing like the neoprene drawer liners?
Something
You ever
like
seen
that?
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little like that because even my sister was like, contact paper, and I didn't actually think about that at the time. But then I thought about, well, yeah, okay, that might work. But anyway, I got it now, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know next week because I haven't got the stuff cut out yet and got the bowls back in it. But I'll let you know next week how it goes. But so far, so good.
I think we should
And
dedicate some time next week to talking about the most expensive ways that Kim can solve this problem. Right? Like you got to send these bowls
Right?
out for powder coating, or you got to,
right?
Yeah.
We'll put some
whatever.
rhino lining on them. It'll be fine.
Silicone dip.
Right?
There's
There you
there you
go.
Or
Yeah,
3D
right.
print You could 3D print a bowl.
There,
You got to go
that's
buy a
thought.
3D printer and some filament,
Right.
and then
Well,
get a license to some 3D design software. Print a bowl to fit. Good
Right.
times. Good times.
All right. But
Anything
anyway,
other
that's
than cat feeders?
no, really, it's not been that exciting this week. It's been busy this week, but other than that, which I guess cat feeders aren't exactly that exciting either, unless you're living in my world. But that's pretty much it for me this week. So
Awesome.
Yep.
Then I guess we're gonna jump across the pond real quick and hear from Mr. Wright himself. Special outro treat, Mark?
Yeah, so
Break something for us?
one of our community members, Rob, aka Snoogans, has created a song about us using AI, and it is awesome, and it's going to be our outro. And I'm hoping we won't get copyright strikes because it won't be copyrighted, fingers crossed. But yeah, we'll soon find out. Just to keep things short and sweet, I've watched one movie this week on Netflix. So have you guys watched the series Peaky Blinders for 6 seasons of it with
Not
Cillian
all 6
Murphy?
seasons.
I haven't seen it all, but I know what you're talking about.
So Peaky Blinders, loved the series, and then there's been quite a long period of time where the show's finished, and they've made a movie following on from. I think this is set 10, 15 years after the last season, and it's okay, but it's not brilliant. It was a bit slow, and I don't think they needed to do this because, like, the way season 6 ended, I don't want to spoil it, but you thought something happened, but obviously it didn't happen because he's back in this one. But then it happens in this one, so it's I don't know. I was disappointed. I wanted it to be so much more, and it wasn't. But it's a watch. It's watchable. It's got a lot of good nostalgia and atmosphere because it's set at the beginning of World War II now, whereas the first series was set just after World War One, and he was traumatized from that. So yeah, it's good. It's got some good cinematography, some big names in it. Stephen Graham, Cillian Murphy, some of it. I can't remember who else did it. Yeah, there's some big names in it. So yeah, it's pretty decent. We've had some sunshine this week. Weather's warming up like you guys. So yeah, that's about it for me.
You know what, Mark? Real quickly, I'm going to steal back some of the. I did forget, mostly because I wanted to forget, but I feared it was going to be brought up by either Mark or Kim. I went to the dentist last Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And, I got to the dentist and I had 2 cavities that I needed to get filled. One was a little minor one, but of course they treat it the same way. It doesn't matter if it's minor or if it's big, right? And so the dentist asked me as I was getting into the chair, and I got there at like 11 a.m. And he's like, so, you do have treatments on both sides of your mouth. He's like, typically speaking, people just want to do one side versus both. And I was like, well, I'm here. I don't want to come back. Let's do both. He's like, okay. So he Novocaines up both sides of my mouth. Let me just tell you. And he said, well, it's probably going to go away. It'll go away in about an hour. So I thought, okay, well, I'm here at 11. So no problem. I'll be talking fine within an hour. Well, halfway into treatment, and actually just after they gave me the shot, the water stops working on their water pick. So they end up having to move me out of this room into a different room. They had already done one cavity. Now this has no bearing, of course, on the duration of my Novocaine. But it made going to the dentist way longer. So I showed up back to the house probably about 12:30ish. And I was like, I wanted to play games with Mark and the groups. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'll log in. How bad is it? And of course, as I'm doing that, I'm just testing my own voice. And I'm like, holy shit, I cannot say certain letters. It's just, I'm Elmer Fudd complete. I'm like, and so Mark jumps on and he's just cracking up. And of course, he just sends a message directly to Kim. Yeah. Get on Discord right now. You got to hear Greg.
My actual text is, you have to join Discord chat. Greg's been to a dentist and it's hilarious. I was going to send it to Chris as well, but I couldn't find an open chat with Chris. Well, yeah, oh my, that was so funny.
Yeah, it was comical, to say the least.
But it wore off pretty quick, though, didn't it? About half an hour or so, and it wore off.
Yeah, it was. But, it finally wore off, though. It lasted much longer than I thought it was going to last.
There's a hornet on the day. There's a wasp.
Yeah.
The weeper.
It was brutal. Well, the funny part was that I tried drinking water. And again, you cannot feel your lips. So it felt like my bottom lip was like 20 times the size it should be. But I looked in the mirror like numerous times because I was freaked out by how it felt. It was just normal. And so I'm trying to drink water and I'm literally like water bottle with a napkin underneath my jaw, like catching all the water that's like running out on my face. Yeah. It was quite the experience. And they did warn me that don't try and eat. And they were right. Mm-hmm. That would have been a disaster. But yeah. Okay. Enough of me. Sorry.
Good on you. The stories of, I was lucky that going to the dentist, I just had to get a cleaning. So it was all great.
Right.
Nobody likes a bragger, Chris. Nobody likes a bragger.
Well, so I did go in one time and I went in just for my annual exam and cleaning. And the guy's like, oh, you need a root canal. And I'm like, I really would rather
Those
not.
are no fun.
Yeah. Right. He's like, well, you need one and we can do it right now. I was like, but I don't want to. He's like, well, otherwise you're going to have to wait like, however long to get an appointment. And so I ended up at that dentist's office for like 6 hours.
Oh gosh.
And similarly, at one point, some piece of equipment broke. And so they had to move me from one room to another. But when you do a root canal, they put like this rubber, almost like the same material that the rubber gloves are made out of, but they like punch the tooth that they're working on through that and then cover your face with it. So I'm walking around the dentist office with this thing hanging out of my mouth because I'm in the middle of this procedure. And then they finally got it done. The Novocaine and everything, it actually didn't hurt that bad. It seemed like I was in that guy's chair forever. That was like 16 years ago, and I'm still traumatized. So there you go.
All right.
Let's see. So I guess it's my turn then.
Stories.
Yeah, let's just share our trauma. The so this week, spring sports are back in action, and having one kiddo who's in middle school and one kiddo who's in high school means that we get double of everything. So one of them had a track meet on Wednesday, and then the next one had a track meet on Thursday, and then the other one had a track meet again on Saturday. So I'm becoming an expert at how track and field meets are conducted and judged, and how all that goes down. And it is, it's great to have the time to go watch them do all those things, but it's a lot. These high school track meets are forever.
I imagine you're
track meet-
becoming like the track meet logistics person as well.
So thankfully, I haven't had to do that just yet.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming. There's a lot of other parents that are involved. So I haven't, and I don't mind. I'll pack some snacks, whatever. But the track team's big, right? There's probably like 50 kids on the track team, so it's not a small number of snacks. But yeah, like the high school track meet that was on Saturday, it started at 10, and I don't think they finished until like 6 p.m. It was 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. track meet, just going.
Holy moly!
And I wasn't there the whole time. I was there long enough to see my kiddos' events, and then I had to get to a thing with the other kiddos, so we had to duck out. But I learned, I should say I was reminded, and I wish to remind all of you from this track meet, wear sunscreen. All right. So I'm almost 50. I've learned my lesson. I don't leave the house without sunscreen any day of the week. Doesn't matter, cloudy, rainy, snow. I'm going to be in my office all day. Sunscreen. The older child who thinks he knows everything. Oh, I'm good. I don't need sunscreen. So he looks like a lobster. He came back from that all-day track meet, and he looks like a boiled lobster. So hopefully it doesn't peel too bad, because it certainly looks uncomfortable. Let's see what else is happening. We live in an old house.
Chris, you should just like a bunch of small little bottles of sun lotion and just casually place them throughout the house every now and then. A little reminder.
They are everywhere. Yeah, we don't we have we have no shortage of sun lotion in our house. I think I've mentioned before that we live in a very old house. I say very old. This house was built in the 30s or 40s, we think. And so it has old house woes. For instance, we're lucky. We have central air conditioning, but the house did not originally have central air conditioning. So when you have central air that's been fitted into an old house, it's got issues. And so we noticed earlier this week when temperatures were warming up, the top floor of the house felt like a meat locker. Like, well, that's weird. Usually the top floor of the house is warmer than the bottom floor, right? So we're cleaning up the basement today and look up, and one of the lines that runs from the unit outside to the air handler inside has ice on the outside of it and is dripping onto the floor. It's like, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. So we basically shut it down, called the emergency technician. He came in and said, well, you shut it down. That's what you got to do. The temperatures outside are going to freeze overnight. And then it'll warm back up. It'll warm back up, and that should fix it. Essentially what happened is it got too cold outside for the air conditioner to be on, and we had the air conditioner on, I guess. I don't know. Science. Let's see. Yeah. And then I finally got my smoker. Since spring is here, since spring has arrived, I got my smoker out, cleaned it up, and cooking up some deliciousness. cooking up some deliciousness.
You're making me hungry right now.
Yeah, me too. And then just yesterday, running around getting some things ready, and the doorbell rings. Dog goes crazy because that's what the dog does. And open it up, and it's neighbor's kid. And neighbor's kid wants to talk to younger kid. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go get him. Younger kid goes outside, talks to neighbor's kid, comes back in. He's got a little note in his hand. I was like, buddy, what's that all about? The neighbor's kid said that there's this girl down the street that likes me, and so she gave me the phone number. And I was like,
oh, he got the digits.
Do you want to talk about this? He's like, we're just texting. I'm like, all right, man, cool. Let me know if you have any questions. And so today on the way back from church, he says, when you didn't have cell phones, did you just have to go up to someone and just tell them that you liked them? And I was like, yeah, that's what you had to do.
No, Chris. You tapped your buddy.
You got your mate to
tell
do it.
her best friend. So it was a game of telephone tag.
We go out with my mate.
So I told him, I was like, you either had to do that, or you would pass messages from your friends, or we used to write notes on paper and pass them to each other. Right? And then he mentioned that they have the paper note slingshot that they use in class. I was like, what's old is new again, right? We used to do the same thing. So yeah, it's now
when you're talking paper note slingshot, are you talking rubber band between the fingers?
Rubber band folded it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing says I like you like getting thwacked in the back of the head by a note.
Yeah, right there. Bam. Message for you, sir. Yeah, so it's fun having these middle schoolers and freshmen and watching them go through life and like, oh yeah, I remember doing those things. So there we are. That's story time. Now we're going to pump the brakes and we're going to go back to birthdays because birthdays are very important, particularly this week's very first birthday, Mr. Jim Woods, Kim Woods' father, who we hear all kinds of tales about with the shenanigans that he gets up to. So happy birthday to Jim Woods.
It says in the show notes
shenanigans this week.
It says in the show notes, my dad, and Chris is hosting, so I thought it was Chris's dad, and he's a secret sibling of Kim.
Yeah, I would just also like to point out, not so obvious, because when I first saw that, I saw James Woods, which is a famous actor. So
yes,
no,
so
obvious.
That's true.
No, well.
Given my propensity for throwing all these famous birthdays in there, it very well could have been Hades himself, James Woods.
It could have been, but no, it's not. It's my pop. He'll be 75 on the 25th. So he's currently out mowing the yard right now. So I didn't think he was going to mow the yard today, but here we are.
Does he have a lawnmower with a beer holder on it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes, he does. Although he very rarely ever drinks while he mows. But
he smells too much. He just packs up and drinks.
It's like the perfect time to drink. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
Don't drink and mow. Yeah, might run over something you're not supposed to. Let's see. People you may not know. Happy birthday to Tim Curry.
Is he 80?
Turning 80.
I like Tim Curry.
Turning 80. 80 today.
Wow.
Too many legendary performances to mention. Clue, Legend, Muppet Treasure Island, Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course.
It was the original Pennywise in the TV series.
Yep.
He was in Home Alone 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
In the hotel, the concierge.
That's a
and of course,
crazy
most famously, a guest star on the 5th season of Roseanne. That's obviously his best work.
Obviously.
Less legendary, but no less famous. Happy birthday to James Franco, turning 48 this week. Happy birthday to Carmen Electra, turning 53 this week. Iggy Pop, turning 78 this week.
Iggy Pop, does he not just remind you like the poster child of a meth addict?
He does. I mean, he does have that look about him.
Yeah.
I mean,
he does.
Meth, cocaine, they're, similar.
Yeah.
Let's see. Barbara Streisand turning 83 this week. And going way back in the Wayback Machine, the Bard himself, born in 1564 this week. He and Greg took English classes together back in middle school, I think. You should have copied more of his notes, Greg. Should have copied more of his notes. I thought the Bard fitting since so many of us enjoy playing Baldur's Gate 3 so much, right?
So I had to ask though, because Bard, Shakespeare not necessarily known as being a bard, but a poet. Similar yet different, because I don't recall ever hearing of Shakespeare singing, unless you go to his musical. No.
Well, you know,
Maybe.
you went to
No.
school with him, Greg.
Well, like I said, I don't recall ever hearing him sing, Mark. We sat next to one another
I
for
believe
many a season.
I believe you.
Well, that's because in middle school people make fun of you for singing. But I do believe that he is commonly referred to as the Bard of Avon.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I feel like Bard doesn't necessarily only mean singing, right? It can also include poetry and drama, anything that inspires you. Anyway. So happy birthday, Bill.
It's you first name basis.
Let's see. Did they get a song, Mark? Do we have a song prepared?
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Kim's dad.
Happy birthday. Welcome to the chat. So far in the chat, we have Hardly Dan, who's sadly missed his train and may now miss his plane. So the only thing you have left to do, Dan, is miss your automobile.
Trains, automobiles. Find somebody. Yeah.
Yep.
I did
That's
suggest
Renaissance chat.
I did
Right.
suggest a taxi.
Yeah.
That's what I'd
Well,
do.
there you go. You just have to miss the taxi. Batch set 2 weeks in a row. Batch 4 makes it a habit. And just joining us from the YouTube restream is Lord. Welcome to the chat, everybody.
So
which
Batch is
brings
asking
us-
why we call it the Shat. So this goes back a long time ago.
Haven't we always called it the shed?
When Nicole Amaranth used to be a co-host, and we used to have the A team and B team way back where, this is like 10, 12, maybe 15 years ago, and she accidentally called it the Chat instead of a chat, and we've called it that ever since in honour of Nicole and just to take the piss. So yeah, that's why it's called the
Gold. Yeah.
Chat. Yeah.
See, I had always assumed, now me being old and then new to the show, I had always assumed that you just referred it to the chat because, shatting is like the verb of shit, right? I just assumed
Right.
that's where that came from.
It's
So,
applicable, Chris. It is
yeah.
applicable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because then she shat on a turtle. I have no idea what that means. It's in Austin Powers 3.
Poor turtle.
All right.
That one in a long time. Holy shit.
Thanks for that history lesson, everybody. Now we're up to, do we have any new games that we get for free because we pay for them, Kim?
Just the Epics.
Epic actually. There's new for Epic this week. Let me get down there because I was behind. Shoot me. Anyway, for this week, for Epic Games so far, till the 23rd, we have the Stone of Madness. And then from the 23rd to the 30th, we have Doomblade. I have no idea what either one of those are about, but Epic has got them and has them for free. So there you go.
I mean, I believe one of them is about a stone that
I'm assuming,
is
yes.
related in some way to madness. And
Exactly.
Have you ever a Blade of Doom?
Blade of Doom. There you go. It's in the title. Okay.
So that's what it is.
Dan
on
is
the-
reporting it's 120 pounds to get to the next station via taxi.
But better than missing a flight.
Holy
Mark.
moly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in the EU, you
depends.
have all kinds of protections against missed flights, right? Like you get, I guess if you just miss the flight, you don't have those protections. It's if the airline screws you over, you have those protections.
Oh, I'd be banging a claim into the rail company when I get back for the taxi fare back. So,
I suppose it all
There you
depends
have
on
it.
how much the flight costs.
I assume it's expensive. Airplane tickets are expensive.
Yeah. They are at the moment with fuel
well, good
costs,
luck.
aren't
Good luck, Dan. Perhaps just hop on
Indeed.
your bicycle and go for it.
I That was my
welcome
suggestion.
just in time to hear about our video game exploits. Welcome to the chat, Snuggins. And since Mr. Snuggins is here, we're going to give Greg DeLacy the first word about gaming. Tell us, Greg, what have you been playing this week?
Well, I first would like to point out that Rob has been very much missing in action from the gaming community. He's just been doing his own thing, ignoring all of us, but that's okay. We do appreciate his handiwork with AI and the potential song that we are going to play that's going to give us a copyright strike. Thank you for that, Rob. Arc Raiders has been kind of the primary thing, doing it with a lisp at times and without, thanks to the dentist. Discord was a problem. Lewis and I were having an issue on the console side where when we were in a Discord chat, our in-game proximity chat was not being heard. And I guess this was a problem that everybody was kind of talking about. I went back in a number of different ways, and I think this is what messed up Discord for me on my computer, was that I basically changed out all my default my preferences to default, and then I filled out some cookies, and so Discord did not want to remember what I told it to allow and not allow. Anyway, but it's fixed. It's fixed in game now.
Oh,
Hopefully,
good.
what I've done today on my computer now is not going to jack everything up, but we'll see.
Yeah, because
My constant
I
love
just
and-
changed the in-game settings to default instead of the different audio devices, and it seemed to work for me on
Right.
PC. But obviously, console's going to be different, isn't it? So
Yeah, it was slightly different
Remember,
potential fix, but it worked.
Sarah was saying on PlayStation she was having the same problem and is still having the same problem. So, bummer.
Yeah. So the challenge with Discord on consoles versus what is on a PC is you don't have access to your actual account settings within the console Discord. You have to go to your PC, open up Discord, and then from there you can make some changes. And I think that was what I needed to do ultimately, and that fixed it.
All right.
So,
I see you checked out Starfield. You checked out the new, Free Lanes update?
yeah, I dabbled just a little bit. I really want to get back into Starfield, so I'm making a conscious effort to play a little. I'm currently trying. I'm supposed to be rescuing somebody from a ship. I think I had seen the ship, and I started killing people around the outside of the ship, and then the ship took off.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, I may have missed my window of saving that person, but the quest is still there. So I feel like somewhere on the planet's surface is where I'm needed to find this person. I just don't know where. So my Starfield journey continues.
All right.
I will like to also just complain a little bit, and then Arc Raiders has spoiled me. I just love the gameplay of Arc Raiders in terms of player control and how that all feels. And so in Starfield, you do get kind of that similar vibe when you go in third person to what Arc Raiders is. However, you can't shoulder swap, which is just annoying. Yeah.
I was playing something else. Oh, Helldivers. I kept trying to shoulder swap, and I think you can, but it's not as pronounced, and it's not as easy
it's not on the fly in Helldivers. You have to do it. I think you go like within the menu setting, and you can do a quick shoulder swap and then get back in. But it's annoying when games don't let you do that when they have third person shooting. So
cool.
Anyway, that's me.
I feel like Starfield is meant to be a first person game, though. But
yeah, and it's tough because I love third person views in games like action, RPGs, because I like to see my gear. I like to see what I've confiscated and looted and just see those changes. But I do agree with you from Starfield's perspective. It is oftentimes more advantageous to be in first person view. So I guess I just have to deal with the not being able to go over the shoulder.
I'm cracking up at the video that Mark has chosen of whoever's playing trying to use the mining laser on the plants. It's like, come on, noob, you know better. All right, cool. Anything else, Greg?
Just looking that I've been asked to do a calendar. Apparently, that's a weird ask, Rob. Just saying. But hey, I will make no promises. No promises.
Greg, I don't know that anybody's ready for the Greg of the Month Club.
Yeah, no.
The world is not ready. Let's see. We're going to jump down to Mark, who's been playing as a raccoon this week.
Yeah. We mentioned it last week or the week before as a new release, and I was on the Steam Deck last night or this morning, and I tried playing No Rest for the Wicked on it, and the screen's just too small because I kept getting killed because there's just too much information on the screen. I thought I'll just check out that raccoon coin pusher what we talked about, and
oh my god,
I ended up buying it, and I like it. It's good. It's quite addictive. It's a roguelike, so you got a target to get, and if you don't get to the target at the end of that round, that's it. It's game over. You start again from scratch again. That's the roguelike element. But yeah, it's good. You get so you can get different extra special coins, which go in the slots on the right, and you can buy after each round. You go to the shop with your tickets. Because every coin you get tickets as well. You can buy extra coin holders. You can get prizes which do buffs, and you can get like artifacts which go in the little holes on the left, and they also give you buffs. So like it'll say a certain coin will be worth double, or the percentage ratio for coin drops is 1.5. So for every coin you drop, you're actually credited 1.5. So yeah, it's good. You get a meter on the left, which when it fills up, you get a spin, and that'll give you like a load of coins coming out of the coin expelling ports. So you got 2 ports on the left and right, and you pull the left and right triggers on the Steam Deck on the keyboard. It looks like the mouse, and they shoot out the coins, and then the special coins what you dispense will come out that center one. But yeah, it's quite addictive. There's little prize balls what drop down when you do the spin. You can drop a prize ball. That's the shop now. What's on screen, so you can buy special coins what you can put into it. So yeah, it's basic but quite addictive. It's obviously graphically it's very like 32-bit-ish, so it's not outstanding graphically, but it doesn't need to be. It's all about the gameplay and the like straight back into the game if you fail a run, and the leaderboards and stuff. So yeah, it's quite addictive. I like it. It's a good like 10-15 minute toilet game if you want, sort of thing.
Toilet game.
10-15 minute toilet game.
Yeah, if you're sat on a toilet, you can it'd be be a nice little game for that.
Okay. I maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't spend 15 minutes on the toilet.
That's just a figure of speech. I don't really, but if you got to spend 15 minutes on your couch and you got a Steam Deck, I haven't tried it on the PC. I presume it'll be just as good on PC. But yeah, for the Steam Deck, it's great.
All right. I mean, I don't know, because I'm hey, lucky if I'm 5 minutes on the toilet. I mean, when I go to the toilet, I've got business to do. I know what I'm doing. I get in, I get out. I'm just saying.
My wife loves coin
Look
pushing.
at you, Mr. Braggart.
Yeah. Jenny loves coin pusher games in real life and on the phone. She plays Coin Master on her phone. She played it for years, and she's really high level. And she saw me playing this
you said on the throne. I thought you said on the throne.
On a phone, on a mobile phone. And she saw me playing this, and she might actually be nicking my Steam Deck off me because she saw this and thought, I like that. I like look at that. So yeah, cool little game.
So from one treasure trove to the next, you've been spending a lot of time being a pirate this week, Mark.
Yeah.
I think we want to hear about this one.
I've seen a few streamers play this. Where's my video gone? So I've seen a few streamers play it, and it's my sort of game. So it's a survival looter type game. It's like a cross between Valheim and Black Flag because it's set in a pirate universe. I'm just trying to get a video up. So yeah, you start off on an island, and you have to like you create your character and everything. You start building a base, and then you do a few missions to unlock stuff, and then you can start with a small ship, and then when you do some missions, you get a full proper ship, and then the ship mechanics are just like Black Flag. So you're steering in that, and your sails to go faster and slower, and you've got cannons on the left, right, and forward, and it works just like Black Flag. When you're on foot, the gameplay is the sword mechanics and the guns. So you got an old flintlock pistol or a musket or something like that, or a bus? Not, I can't remember what it's called now.
Blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss. Yeah. Those are these different guns you can get, and the guns are pretty good, but obviously slow to reload, and you have to craft the little ball pellets, or you can harvest scallops on the beach, and you might be looking to get a pearl, and the pearls fit perfectly in the guns to shoot as weapons. The map is huge. The base building's pretty good. For building, you have to gather wood and mainly plant fibre to initially get established, and then once you've done that, once you build your different crafting tables and that, then you start getting more into the harder to get resources like copper. So there's a cave on the map on the island where you go into that and you can get your copper ore. Then you have to smelt that in a furnace, but before you can smelt that you need charcoal, so you have to have a kiln to burn your wood to get the charcoal. So it's all like adds up like that, but it's just like all the other survival games like Enshrouded and Valheim and Dune Awakening, but in a pirate universe. And I love it. It's really good. The ship mechanics. So early game, it's really difficult and you die a lot. But as you level up, you can upgrade your armor and your weapons on these crafting tables. And as you level up and craft better weapons and armor, you don't seem to die as much. The ships, I was having trouble if I ever sort of like took a ship down and you got the symbol so you can board it, like on Black Flag, you can board the ship, you get extra rewards. But every time I boarded a ship, I got killed pretty much instantly, and that was so frustrating. But now I found out that you, for your ship, you have to attach boarding gear, cannons, and hull armor. And you can actually upgrade them, and I've upgraded them to the maximum now, and that's made a huge difference. So the boarding gear actually increases the people, your crew, when they jump across, so they get better and stronger and do more damage. So that's made a massive difference. I can now board ships and get extra plunder. What else?
I think I really want to play this game. I think I'm going to wait a little while.
It's early access.
Yeah. Like I played Enshrouded early access with some friends from work, and we've kind of very quickly got through all the content that they had.
Yeah.
So I think I might wait a while on this one until there's a little more to be had. But it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, graphically it looks amazing, and the water effects and everything in the ship. So there's different animals you can harvest for resources. So there's sows, boars, and then there's a higher level of boar on another island called a savage boar, and that can kill you pretty quickly. There's dodos, and you can harvest their eggs and feathers, and it's got a supernatural aspect to it as well. So you were carrying this artifact at the beginning, and your ship was sort of like taken over by another. I think it's Blackbeard's crew, and it was sunk, and you wake up on this island. But on the night time when it's dark, there's these drowned sailors. A bit like Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, sort of like ones in that cave. So yeah, so it's got them like from David Jones's locker, and there's like these big armored crabs and stuff, and they only come out at night time. And like I said, early on in the game, they can like decimate you until you get leveled up. But you can go in your bed and you can sleep, and then it becomes daylight again, so it's not too bad. It's like any other survival game. There's cooking, so you get all the ingredients and you can cook different meals. And then what you do is you eat the meal, and you can see on the left it's got a red symbol. That's hunger. So if you eat a meal, it gives you a buff, so it'll like give you 15 minutes of extra strength, which is for melee weapons.
Yep.
Or you can have you can eat 2 meals at a time and one portion. And some meals give you extra vitality, which is health, and some give you extra stamina, because stamina is a big problem in this game. Like a lot of games, you run through stamina really quickly. The other thing I don't like about it is you only get XP for doing quests, and on each island there's certain things where you can they're like POIs, and you have to find certain things on this POI to complete it. And once you've done it, that's it. You can't do it again. Once a chest has been plundered, it doesn't respawn. The animals respawn, but that's about it really. What else? Yeah, the map is huge. So I've only uncovered a small amount of a map. I've managed to get to the main place in Tortuga, where there are merchants. Tortuga. And I've also unlocked the smugglers part, so I can sell stuff to the smugglers now and actually get coin in that way. And I've
Mark, is the artifact that you have, is it a compass?
I don't know what it is. No, I don't think it. I don't even remember it, because
20-sided die.
So
a rip off of Pirates of the Caribbean.
So I have to admit, I actually skipped a lot of the beginning, because I think this is quite a small team and there's no voice acting as such. There's a little tiny bit, but it's all like reading on screen, and it was very cartoony.
You just checked me out.
Yeah, very comic, like still images. So I just like skip. Yeah. So I don't really know what the artifact is. So
All right.
But yeah, so far I'm about 20 hours in already, and I'm hooked. I love it. It's Dune Awakening all over again for me. But the only other person I've seen playing it is Hardly Dan, but obviously he's leaving the country for a moment. So
exactly an endorsement for the game. He's fleeing the country.
Yeah, but if I know Corzan was interested, and they hit 1 million copies sold already today. 1 million copies. I think it only came out Thursday.
Early access. Is it cheaper?
Yes, it was £23. £23, which is a bargain. Right. So that'll be about $28, $30. I'm guessing.
Now you told them Tim's going to buy 5 copies.
The base price is $30. It's currently on sale for $27.
Right. Yeah.
So cool.
If we get enough people doing it.
Any last words on Windrose?
Yeah, well, if we get enough people doing it, I'm happy to do a private server. And the good thing is, like in Enshrouded, when you go to another world, you can bring your stuff back. You can take stuff to and from it. So it's not going to be like some worlds where you have to start a new character on another world. So yeah, there'll be that advantage as well. And if I've got like this, if I've unlocked a piece of armor or a weapon, if I drop that for you, you pick that up, you instantly receive that recipe, and then you can drop it again for me, give me it back. And then when you go to your crafting station, you can craft that weapon or armor. So that's really cool. So that's a big advantage of having multiplayer in it, a co-op. So
cool.
Yeah, but yeah, really enjoying it at the moment. Early days, but yeah, loving it. Highly recommended.
Looking forward to hearing more about piracy in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
Let's see. So not piracy. Let's hear about what's going on in Divinity, Miss Woods.
I don't know. I didn't get to play any this week, so I've just been living vicariously through you guys. So yeah,
Sorry,
I'll try this week.
I just threw you straight under the bus. So,
that's okay. I'm used to it. It's all right.
You're welcome.
Kim's gaming entertainment this week was listening to Greg after the dentist.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, It was pretty entertaining. I gotta admit, it was. Yeah,
I mean,
I was in
was.
stitches. He was
Yeah,
hilarious. The only regret is I wish I'd recorded it in OBS because that'd have been hilarious.
God. Yeah, I'm quite happy that it was not recorded.
Yeah,
that would have been.
We would have been. We would have had some
classics.
audio, like little.
there'd be
snips
some
from
really
Mark,
good sound
but,
clips. Yeah.
Hmm.
Stop
So-
making fun of me.
So I guess that brings me to a brief gaming update from me this week.
Sure.
Been kind of playing the usual games, but I started Tomb Raider. Excuse me, I started Shadow of the Tomb Raider this
Right.
week.
Mhm.
Speaking of new games, I don't have a whole lot to say about it yet because it's still early in the game. Other than so Laura's got her friend. I think it's Jonah in
Yeah.
these three games. And he's
Mhm.
just kind of been there for the other two games, and all of a sudden in this one, he's got like this tragic backstory that we're learning about, or maybe we learned about it before, and I just missed it. But it just seemed to kind of come out of nowhere, which was weird. And then early in the game, these things irritate me more than they should. But you kind of get through one part of the mission, and then Laura has like a dream, and you have this flashback to like 10-year-old Laura running around Croft Manor, and I was like, this is dumb. I don't need to do this. But otherwise, I'm enjoying the game. Aside from those two strange pieces,
I
it's
really enjoyed this. Yeah,
very similar.
Yeah, it was a
What's
good
that?
game.
I really enjoyed
like that.
this. Yeah.
It's mechanics wise, it's very similar to Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I enjoyed. So I think I'll enjoy this one. And then, of course, I have been re-addicted to Baldur's Gate 3. That's where most of my gaming
Yeah,
time
every
is.
time I've been on Steam, that's what you've been playing. Yeah.
Yep. And I don't want to go on and on about it, but I have to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 because I know how much Greg loves it. And so the
So,
first
fun
is-
fact, by the way,
You
I
played it
actually
first,
really
Greg.
want to love Baldur's Gate 3. I don't hate it. I just have not been able to just get in for whatever reason. I haven't been able to get into it, but it's absolutely a genre I like, and
I
I don't know why. I got
I don't
nothing.
know why you don't like it, because it does seem like the type of game that you would like. But I just enjoy watching your face turn red every time we start to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. So here we are again.
Here we are again.
And I'm not going to talk for very long. The things, my observations for this week, the end of Act 2 is difficult.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is if you play it in the order that I think you're supposed to play it in, so you go do all the little side quests in Act 2, then you have to go do one quest, which immediately ends in a fairly difficult boss encounter. And then that takes you directly to a big battle, which takes you directly to another boss encounter, which takes you to another area that you're in really quickly, but you lose access to your camp. So whatever party you take in there, you have them, and then directly to another boss encounter. And I'm currently stuck on that third boss encounter. And so I think I might have to start over again because I can't seem to get past this point.
Right.
If you can't go back to camp, you can't heal or anything. If you don't have heals and stuff.
So they do fortunately have in the little Illithid colony that you're in, it has the little restoration pod that were in the Nautiloid at the beginning of the game. So right before the last boss fight, you can kind of hit that, refresh everybody's health and spell slots.
Right. Right.
The resistances that the final boss has. Yeah, thanks, Greg. Get good. I know. And I tried 3 or 4 times last night, and I was irrationally angry that I couldn't figure it out. But I eventually had to just cave and go to bed.
You absolutely should be employing Mark tactic.
I'm at the beginning of Act 2, so I'm worried.
Change
now.
difficulty settings.
Well, I played it already on balanced difficulty.
I'm on the I'm on the easy mode. Is it Travelers or something?
Explorer, I think.
Explorer, yeah, that's what I'm on already.
Yeah. So I won this boss battle once on balanced, which is like the just above Explorer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it on Tactician, which is a little harder. because I'm really trying to figure out how the game works rather than just bashing everything with a sword until it dies, right?
For the record, you've played this a number of times. You should know how the game works.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm messing with you. Yes.
I've actually never played it all the way through once. I've started several
Chris,
times, but I've never
I
played
thought
it
you
all
had
the way
finished
through.
this already. I could have
Nope.
swore you said you completed this.
Nope.
And I apologize, Chris. Absolutely learn how this game works.
Now I have played more. I'm shockingly bad at this for how much I have played it. Is the problem? But
Me
anyway,
too. Don't feel bad.
so I may have to start over again because it seems like I've missed some very important items that I need for my characters.
Right.
And that's that. That's my Baldur's Gate 3 update for the week, which brings us to everyone's favorite part of the show. It's our favorite part of the show, Mark.
All right, what is that news quiz?
It's like he's asleep at the wheel. Don't trust Mark to drive you anywhere.
You know what? Oh, too bad.
It's not like we haven't done this before. I mean,
It's time for the quiz.
I
And
have
the
to- I have
quiz
to
is
scroll my
everyone's
notes.
favorite part of the show. So we're going to start this week's quiz with, let's see if anybody's heard of this game. I hadn't before I made this quiz. The game is Elsinore, which was released in 2019, and we are looking for the PC release. Elsinore on PC. If you need any help, it's a time. Well, that's going to give it away. It's a time looping adventure game combining strong social simulation elements and a dynamic story. So I flipped random coins and decided that this week it's ladies first. So let's hear what Kim has to say.
alrighty, Elsinore for the PC. I've heard the name, probably because I've read it off on the show, but I don't think I've ever played it. So this should be interesting. I'll say 84.
Kim says 84. What does Greg have to say?
Pretty solid guess, Kim. I too have heard Elsinore, probably because you said it on the show at one point. I have no clue what this game is. I'm just going to say just a 80. Flat 80.
Greg says 80. And final word to Mark, unless anybody in the chat wants to play along.
I've never heard of this, so I'm gonna play it safe and go 75.
Mark's going 75. I like that 75, halfway between 50 and 100 is the safe bet. Seems like a safe bet. No one in the chat want to play along this week. So I guess it's just you three going for the win this week. The actual answer 68. You are very kind. But the actual answer is 68.
Smart bet.
Let's see. Yeah, Mark made an excellent safe choice. Up next is This Way Madness Lies from 2022, and we're looking for the Switch release. This Way Madness Lies from 2022 on the Switch. And it's Greg starting to go first.
Man. I'm going to go 73. Not feeling a high score here.
Greg's not feeling a high score. He's going to go 73. Mark?
Never heard of it. So again, I'm going to go 75.
Mark going middle of the road again. It's just going to Christmas tree all the way down this exam. Kim, what is your guess? This Way Madness Lies.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that one either. Although I've probably read it out on the show. 77.
Kim says 77. This one actually scored fairly well. 89. 89 was the score for this one.
Of course.
Here's an interesting one. Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge Special Edition on the Xbox 360 2010 release. Monkey Island. You familiar with the Monkey Island games?
Mm-hmm.
Guybrush.
LucasArts, right? I think.
Yeah.
And so, Mark, since you're familiar with Monkey Island games,
Well,
it
I've
is
not,
your
I've
turn.
not actually played it, but I've heard so many people rave about the original Monkey Island, how good it is. Some of the puzzles are a bit off the wall sort of thing, but yeah, I've heard a lot of people like absolutely rave about the first game. So for the sequel, I'm gonna give it a 88.
Mark says 88 because we got to get back in time. That wraps around the horn to Kim.
85.
Kim says 85, which gives our not host this week, Mr. DeLacy.
It was cameras
Uh-oh.
just died.
Uh-oh. Are you still there, Greg?
It's still there.
I think so. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just had a picture
There
of a shark for a minute.
I know.
What does the shark think?
Yeah.
It's Bruce,
of,
isn't
The
it?
shark
Is
thinks
it Bruce from Nemo?
Yeah, 77.
Greg says 77. Well, congratulations, Kim. The actual answer, 85. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey.
Which means bringing us into the last round of regulation. Mark has the lead with 113. Kim, 4 points behind with 117. Greg, you got to swing for the fences here. You're coming in at 125 this week, which brings us to our last release of the week. And I'm certain that you've all heard of this one. This is from 2012, Dishonored.
Oh, nice.
And we're looking at the PlayStation 3 release. And this being round 4, Kim, you are up first once again. Once again?
Once again.
Once again, I like it.
Oh, there you go.
I just want to
All right,
thank
Dishonored.
everyone in the chat who's been playing along with today's quiz. It's always great to have some audience participation.
Sons of
Yeah.
bitches.
Oh, why? All right, Dishonored. I actually have this in my pile of shame and have not played it. Not for the PlayStation 3, but I think I have it on the Xbox. Go figure. Let's see, Dishonored. I'm gonna go 89.
Kim says 89. 89. Mr. DeLacy.
I am going to go 91.
91. All right. And Mr. Wright.
I don't know about the PS3 version, but another 360 version was very, very good and well received. That's where you could control the rats and everything, wasn't it? And you had to blink special ability. I'm gonna say 90. I'm gonna go in the middle.
Mark's going in the middle. Mark in the middle. Yeah, very
tactical.
Underrated spin-off of Malcolm in the Middle is Mark in the Middle. And you all did very well. I will say you all did very well in round 3, which means that we didn't really shuffle up a whole lot. The actual score was 89. So Kim did close in 1 point. But at the end of regulation, we have Mark with 25, Kim with 28, and Greg with 38. So for a -5 to see if Kim can steal the win, what is the theme this week? Or what is this week's mystery theme?
I think I know it.
If I knew what Elsinore really was, I would have a better idea.
It would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Right. So I'm sitting there thinking, if I knew what the first two were, I might have an idea.
Although I do
But
Yeah, it doesn't help when you don't know the games as well. But
right. But then I'm also sitting here with Monkey Island and Dishonored, trying to figure out what two things in that would make it,
4 seconds, Kim.
Somebody is wearing a mask. I don't know.
that's a good answer. That.
Somebody is wearing a mask.
Not bad.
Because I know in
that
Dishonored
may
you
be
got the
true,
little mask thing. So
but the judges say, all right.
that's what I was
Mr.
working
Mark?
I think it's, and I think you've given this away as well when you mentioned the first game, because I don't know what that first game is, but I know on Dishonored it's definitely in there, and I'm not sure about Monkey Island or the other. Is it time manipulation? We've got some sort of like time dilation or time manipulation game mechanic.
It is not time manipulation.
You mentioned time,
which
didn't
we
you?
have, which we have used. I have used that as a theme
Have you?
previously.
Yeah, you have actually. Yeah, because Timefall 2. Yeah, you did.
So it wasn't that one.
All right.
So just for funsies, Greg, did you come up with it?
For funsies, well, my non-answer answer was all these games were made before 2022. Actually correct. But
For all video games.
when you
Well,
just
three people who
said you had a pause with the time manipulation. So the time element plays part in this somehow. And maybe it's not time manipulation, but time travel.